Rosemary Crystal Renaud, and I am a museum presenter for the Traveling Museum. I came to the museum about 4 years ago. Teaching is kind of in my blood. I love it. And this is a great opportunity for me to be able to share and watch students see the light bulb go off when they find something really interesting or find out a discovery. We bring in a lot of hands-on activities. And there are so many students who learn in that way. They learn with their hands. They learn by touching, doing, experimenting. And those are all of the things that we give them when we bring a program into the school.
Science happens everywhere. Artists use it. It's how they change colors. It's how they make new compounds. If you squirt it, it will sink under. The force of it will push it to the bottom of the starch. You want to basically lay it across the top like this. With just the tines, the tips of the fork, start creating like a little swirly pattern. Take the paper and you lay it on top. Very slowly.
That's good. Here, let's go.
I'm Jan Chaffee, and I consider myself one of the mentors in the program. I teach a lot of the classes that are integrated cross-curricular programs where we try to make connections for the kids, thing between math and science and art and life. The subject is less important than the student. Teach the student first.
Yeah, that looks great. That'll be great.
So today we made a carbon nanotube out of balloons, and we also made a poster.
How did everybody like our 8-week series on nanoscience? Thumbs up? Yeah, thumbs up?
I'm Kathy Welsh. I've been with the museum. This is just my second year. I'm formerly a corporate attorney from General Electric. I started in the educational arena about 8 years ago when I decided to become a substitute teacher and then decided to go and pursue my master's in education. Now I've been developing programs in nanoscience. It's a series that we have presently, and also a engineering program called Steaming with Connects, and also a program that is Next Generation Mars Explorers. And they're all science and STEM-based programs, but science isn't done in a vacuum. And so we really need to make sure that arts and the humanities are part of that education that includes science, technology, engineering, and math.
It's really fun.
It's fun? You like this one? It does.
It takes a lot of patience. Homemade sprinkles.
Homemade sprinkles using nanotechnology.
Well, I think the museum is looking for a lot of different inspirations for their programs. So one of the programs that we have now with the Connects building materials was generated by ideas that we gained from the RPI Student Ambassador Program. We went to go visit those students, and we saw they were bringing these programs into the school districts, and we thought, wow, that would be wonderful to work with them and see how they've developed this program and what we can learn from those students. Well, we have the ability at the museum to see what are the new and exciting things out there that we can add to the value that teachers can bring into the classroom. So these series have just offered us this wonderful thing of building that relationship and also building on their knowledge from one week to the next. So we know that skill set that class is now bringing to it and know what they're capable of doing that following week. So we're expanding lessons when we see how much they're capable of doing.
Critical thinking comes from beginning to feel some confidence in your ability to explore. And from my experience, art is a great way to explore. You know, you can explore without rules. It's more about the process, in my mind, than it is about the product. Because every finished piece is a jumping off point to learn something else. We do a class called What Color is Skin. It's about color theory, but it's also about the things that make us the same and the things that tie us all together. And so you can use each of these places, you can use it as a tool for teaching A subject area. I see that as excited learning. There's a lot of noise. Sometimes we have to close the door. But there's an energy in that kind of exploration where students are, it's kinetic learning, and that's what you remember. If you read something or you see it secondhand and it comes into you, you learn it, but there's visceral learning. There's learning something without even having a word for it because you've used your five senses. You've experienced it, and that's different than learning from someone else's experience.
My hope is always that even if I just spark one or two of those students to then go out and investigate more on their own, that they're going to learn even more than what I was able to bring them.
And when you learn that, the steps of learning, you can learn anything. And what it is they think they're good at or what they really love. And understanding that what they love, if they do it well, is a part of the bigger picture. One, you add A to include the people that feel that that's their passion. So they'll understand how they can become a part of the future. And when a child learns to process and ask questions, they're on their way.